He could be back, guys. We could get him back to Philadelphia long term. And man, I like that news like this is coming out, which means hopefully that it is 100% true.
We better turn around. Because I've seen enough horror movies to know any weirdo wearing a mask is never friendly.
Yo, what's going on, guys? I hope everyone's having a fantastic day today. So we have some news, and you love to hear rumors all the time. The Eagles are freeing up cap space. Obviously, you got rid of Kevin Byard. You have over $44 million in cap space, which is great. And now hearing Chauncey Gardner Johnson, and here's the reports. How about this? There's a real chance that the Eagles bring back safety Chauncey Gardner Johnson per Tony Pauline. The Philadelphia Eagles will look to bring in a safety in the offseason via free agency or the draft. People at the Combine get the sense that there's a real chance the Eagles bring back Chauncey Gardner Johnson, who is scheduled to hit the free agent market. Now, this is cost-effective move for Howie Roseman if, because he's a free agent, because he was out with the pectoral, Chauncey Gardner Johnson had the pectoral, whatever it was. You know, this was a move that shouldn't have ever happened. I know the Eagles had. I don't know if there's the bridges are kind of burned at this point. I don't think so. I think Chauncey wanted more money because he wanted to get paid as a safety, not a cornerback, last free agency, and he wasn't getting the number that he wanted. And teams weren't paying him as a top safety because he played safety for 1 year, full time. That's it. But when Chauncey left, you got rid of that hybrid guy that can play multiple positions because he came from the Saints as a cornerback. And then the Eagles turn him into a safety. Um, you know, you lost leadership. You lost that just grittiness to him, which I think we just missed so much. No voice last year, no sense of urgency, no leadership, no nothing last year. And we signed Bradbury over this. Okay. It wasn't Howie's fault. Chauncey kind of backed out. He signed with the Lions for less money on a 1-year deal, $8 million. The Eagles, I think they offered him like 3 years, $22 million, but it was a backloaded deal. It probably didn't look appetizing. Eagle fans get pissed at Chauncey. Chauncey fights back at Eagle fans. Chauncey's a piece of garbage now. Which, what? He's going to defend himself. I know how he is. That's just the way he is. If the Eagle fans are going to go after him, and trust me, the Eagle fans on social media just don't hold back anything at this point. Social media is a joke at this point. So that's just what he did. And he had a pectoral, which I think, like I said, I went to the cost-effective thing because, how much is he really going to command? You know what I mean? The Eagles might give him a couple extra bucks. I say a 2-year deal for Chauncey would be great. And if he plays good after 1 year, I would extend him, to be honest. It just depends if apparently Vic Fangio has interest. And if Howie Roseman wants to bring him back, I think he's wanted to bring him back. And they signed James Bradbury with pretty much a quarter of that money they were going to spend on Chauncey. So a lot of changes are going to be made to the secondary, but the back end is where it's going to be really important. And Chauncey would fit the mold, no doubt. We totally miss him. And that swagger type, just, man, oozing out on the rest of the team. He just brings a different feeling to your defense. And I've missed him ever since. And this is the number one safety I would bring back, guys, hands down. Before you ask me anything, I don't care about draft. I don't care. You could go draft a safety later on. I don't care. Like, Chauncey is the number one guy. I would rather take Chauncey coming off of an injury. It's not an ACL. It's not an Achilles. It's a pectoral, whatever it was, or a shoulder, whatever it was. Okay, I'd rather take him off of that than take, obviously, these other 30-year-old safeties that are available. And the Eagles have strong, high interest in the market for a safety, which, since Chauncey, rumors swirling around the Combine that he's coming back to the Eagles, let's go into some other rumors at safety that are been kind of going crazy. There's Justin Simmons rumors now around the Combine that the Eagles are going to trade for Justin Simmons. Obviously, Vic Fangio was the head coach for the Denver, knows a lot of the players over there defensively. Okay, now he's $18 million against the cap. They saved 14 million on a trade. Justin Simmons, like I said, 30 years old. And the report came as a most realistic trade coming out that the Eagles and Broncos might get together. They are 16-19 over the cap, talking about the Broncos. Russell Wilson's contract isn't really helping that either. So they need to free up some cap space. And why not get rid of Justin Simmons? Justin Simmons, I don't know what you're going to have to give up for him, but like if it's a lot or if it's just too much to the point where you're giving up like 2 mid-round picks for this year, I wouldn't even touch this with a 9-foot pole because at the end of the day, like we need our draft picks. We're going to have cap space. They don't need to go get, unless Simmons is the best of the bunch, I don't know. You know what I mean? So I don't know what's going to happen here. Tracy Walker, 28 from Detroit, got released. Eddie Jackson, 30 years old. There are guys available. There are a lot of vets available for the Philadelphia Eagles. And the reports coming out where the Eagles are interested in the safety market when it comes to veterans. So, I could say that Chauncey's a veteran. I could say that Justin Simmons, and any, obviously guys in their 30s are totally veterans, no doubt. Chauncey's not. I forgot what age Chauncey is, but he's definitely a lot younger. So I don't want to give up too much and give up like mid-round picks for one position for a guy that's not going to be here for. I mean, you're going to have to extend. You're going to have to extend him at the end of the day, Justin Simmons. I mean, if he's 18 against a cap, you know what I mean? It's just you're going to have to extend that so that cap number is way too big for a 30-year-old safety that's going to play here his first year. God knows how he's going to play under Vic Fangio, and hopefully plays under him pretty well. I would just connect this with Vic because they were together on one team. That's all I take from it as to why the Eagles would have interest, because Vic Fangio is making his own decisions to get more on the roster here because both the player and the coach have connections with each other. So it's something that we have to talk about. You know what I mean? So I think there's a savvy veteran market. It just depends who's going to fit the best here and not be afraid to hit. And, these guys that are getting older are, hopefully want to play some football. I'm tired of players that, kind of give up on what they want to do. So a lot going on here, and hopefully, we're going to be getting somebody at safety. We're going to be signing somebody in free agency. It's going to happen. They're not drafting a top safety. I 100% think that's not happening. There's just too much available right now. I think they should focus more on linebacker. They should focus more on defensive line and cornerback, especially going forward. When it comes to safety, I think in their right minds, with Chauncey being a free agent, and we said this last year after he left, he'll be a free agent. He might come back. And we're like, nah, he probably won't. Why would he want to come back here? But we can't believe the rumors of what happened, what's going on. We don't even know what happened between Chauncey and Chauncey's agent and Howie, and the money and how it went and why didn't it work out. We never really got the answers to all of those questions regarding it. So let me know what you guys think. Would you sign Chauncey Gardner-Johnson back, or would you trade for Justin Simmons if there's somebody else around? So let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys on the next one. Chicks, what up? Follow us. Peace out, guys. Peace.